think it's important to be able to put the resources in the communities that need the support from the county government and also from our schools and our nonprofit partners as well. But I think that initiative has been a very positive one for the communities that have been the focus. Being a principal at Wild Lake High School for 6 years, we had students that represented over 70 different countries in our building, very diverse. It was very important for us to make sure we met the individual needs of each kid. And I think that's what makes Howard County a different place, because I think we have the resources to try to meet the needs of all of our students individually.
Fell down. How many blocks did we get up before it fell down?
5, 6, 7.
Okay, so let's do another one. What number is that? What number is that? Was that 8?
Yeah. Ready, Rosie makes learning fun.
It provided me with the opportunity to learn about why plans are approved or not approved, how things, the difference between growth and no growth, responsible growth. It really put me in touch with the reasons why things happen in Howard County.
Whenever we would hear that somebody had overdosed, we would want to go to that place where they got those drugs because it was the most powerful on the street. And it's kind of a sick way of thinking to think of, wanting to get drugs that are killing people, but at the same time, it was the best way that we knew how to get high.
So you think about it, we take for granted so many things that we have. The ability to take a shower every day, the ability to get some food, the ability to go to the doctor, the ability to do so many things in our everyday life that others don't have.
On behalf of my family, my neighbors, and this community, we thank you for this beautiful, beautiful building. Thank you.
The building itself was quite the upgrade when it opened in 1949 from the old Army barracks in Cooksville that had been previously used as the all-black high school. But this is much more than a building for the students who attended.
Our teachers were like our family. Everybody was on one accord.
We got much more attention than I'm sure many of the black students who went into newly integrated schools were ever able to get.
The school closed after desegregation in 1965 and became office space and then a maintenance facility for Howard County Public Schools. For Howard Lyles, it's his brand new locker.
First thing I searched out when I came in, this is my locker right here.
We can say we celebrate diversity, but that doesn't mean as much as we live diversity. And if we can say we live it, we understand it, I believe that's the advantage we have over, other counties or other regions in our country.
Thank you all very much. Thanks for joining me today for my 4th State of the County address. And Jeff, I want to thank you for giving my address. I'm sitting over there and he's saying things, I'm going, okay, I'll take that out, and I'll take that out, and I'll take that out. Great job, thank you, you're a good friend. I also want to particularly thank the Howard County Chamber and President Leonardo McClarty for hosting this luncheon, and for Pete Mangione and the staff at Turf Valley for their hospitality. I appreciate the faith you have placed in me as we work together to shape the future of our county. As I've said many times, I have the best job in the world. But I couldn't do this alone. I am fortunate to have the love, support, and patience of my family. It's so special to be able to come home every night and be greeted with this kind of unconditional love.
What are you doing? No.
Right, Robin? Our old English bulldog, Rudy, is always excited to see me. But to be fair, so is my wife, Robin, and our family. They may not show it the same way Rudy does, and that's probably good, but they give me the love and strength I need to do this job and to be the best person I can be. Today, Robin and I are joined, as Jeff said, with 3 of our 4 children, Haley, Mary, and James. Also, hopefully our son, Robbie, is down at a senior at James Madison University, is watching online. I'm also pleased that our future son-in-law, Sam Costelli, is also with us. Sam and Haley are to be married on May 25th. Thanks to all of you. I love you all very much. I also want to thank you. Each of you in this room and so many others throughout Howard County make my job easier. You make Howard County the awesome place it is. You make our schools strong and our economy thrive. It's no wonder Howard County is at the top of so many national best of lists. I'm especially pleased to have Vivian Millie Bailey with us today. Millie has dedicated her life to improving our community. She served in the Women's Army Corps in World War II, raised funds for Running Brook Elementary School, and has sent hundreds, if not thousands, of care packages to our servicemen and women across the globe. And on February 3rd, she celebrated her 100th birthday. Millie, thank you. One of the many joys of having a family is being able to share the values that you were taught as a child. My father instilled in me the belief that to be a strong leader, you have to put aside petty politics to make the community around you better. The current trend of confrontational politics we see all over our country, and particularly in Washington, is tearing our nation apart. The rhetoric overshadows the issues that need to be addressed. It takes a willingness to listen and work together to solve problems and build a stronger community. In Howard County, we're doing just that, leading with our shared belief that when we come together as one, we can make a positive impact. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I reject the politics of hate and exclusion, and I will continue to denounce any efforts to divide our communities. Our collective values demand that everyone has a seat at the table. As County Executive, I cannot change the actions of those in power on the national level. Instead, I'm using my position to unite people, encourage dialogue, and promote collaboration to solve problems. We know that working together brings awesome results. This is why, perhaps more than any other reason, I stand here today to tell you, in no uncertain terms, that the state of Howard County is strong, stronger than when I first took office 3 years ago. Today, I'll give you a few examples of how working together in Howard County delivers awesome results. At the top of the list, education. I worked with the Board of Education to get our school system back on track this past year. After seeing the dysfunction between the board and the previous superintendent, I offered to mediate the conflict. Some said mediation wouldn't work, but I knew we had to try. After 5 months of continuous efforts, we reached a resolution. And as a result, we now have Dr. Michael Martirano as our superintendent, and I am pleased that the school board has voted to make him our permanent superintendent. And after the terrible shootings down in Parkland, Florida, I know that Dr. Martirano and the school system are putting together a town hall next Tuesday, February 27th at 7 p.m. at River Hill High School on school safety and mental health issues. I think our mental health department as well. I think Maura Ross and maybe others are going to be there. So I appreciate what you're doing and your leadership, Dr. Martirano. Thank you so much. Likewise, by putting people first, we achieved awesome results for the Howard County Food Bank. Working with State Senator Guy Gazzoni and the state delegation, we secured funds to match our local dollars to open a new and expanded food bank. Last year, it served over 27,000 people. Yes, awesome results happen when we make it a priority to work together. We partnered with 6 community groups to create a bike share program. We've established a network of 7 stations and 70 bikes to help a growing number of people get around Columbia. And I'm excited, we will soon expand this program to Old Ellicott City. We made working together an art form in Ellicott City. Since the flood, 96% of the businesses have returned, and many new businesses have moved in. That's more than awesome, folks. That's amazing. What happened there defied the odds. FEMA was so impressed with our efforts, they're using Ellicott City as a case study to show others how to recover from a natural disaster. With Ellicott City, we're developing a community-driven master plan that charts an even brighter future for our beautiful town. Again, this just shows what happens when you work together. Awesome results. One of our greatest strengths is that we are a diverse and welcoming community. While the dysfunction continues 30 miles to our south, we embrace Howard County values. We continue to see progress from One Howard, the program we launched to strengthen our community, as Hector Garcia just told you, by living diversity. To date, One Howard has engaged more than 3,500 people. The majority of them are students. Many schools, such as Mayfield Woods Middle, have initiated their own efforts. Let me share a recent experience I had there. I was invited to join students and staff in a diversity line, an exercise where you're asked to take a step forward whenever a statement by a facilitator pertains to you, and Dr. Martirano was there with me. The statement started out fairly general, such as, step forward if you like football. After a few minutes, they got a little more personal. At one point, the leader said, step out if your parents are divorced. My parents divorced when I was 5 years old, so I stepped out. A student walked out near me, and we both turned and looked at those still standing in line. I could see and feel her sadness. For me, it brought back strong memories. The diversity line was powerful and emotional. I shared some personal and painful things about myself, and there were really brave middle schoolers who did the same. The experience helped me to realize that there's so much more to who we are than our outward appearance, and that we have so much more in common than we think. I will never forget that day. I'd like to recognize and thank Melissa Shandell, the principal of Mayfield Woods Middle School, and Sahara Bukaabu, for an 8th grader at the school, for your leadership in organizing the One Mayfield event. Please stand. One Howard has been working with the school system, Howard Community College, the library system, and many other partners to bring these types of experiences to our community, designed to help us connect on a more personal level. At your table, there are One Howard wristbands. I encourage you to wear one like I have as a sign of support to build an inclusive community, one relationship at a time. We've embraced that approach in county government. I meet regularly with members of the LGBTQ community, the Hispanic and other communities, to ensure that county government is sensitive and responsive. Recently, we announced an agreement between the Office of Consumer Protection and our Korean American community. The partnership provides volunteer interpreters to staff a telephone language line. We intend to expand this program, and in fact, we're already hearing from other communities that would like to be included. And just last week, we held our Lunar New Year celebration at the Columbia Mall. It was a great time and the largest crowd we've ever had. It was an awesome celebration of our Asian American community. This is what makes Howard County great. We continue to make education a top priority. Through good financial times and challenging ones, our administration has continued to exceed the maintenance of effort funding for our schools. Today, we're on a better path, and the collaboration between the school system and the county has never been stronger. We fully funded special education and teacher salary increases. We've secured a site for a new elementary school in Turf Valley, and we're working with the Board of Education to finalize a location for the 13th high school. When I took office 3 years ago, there was no countywide strategy to narrow the achievement gap. I am proud to say there is one now. Our Achieve 24/7 initiative addresses barriers to student achievement and identifies gaps in services. It relies heavily upon community input. It ensures that families have the support they need outside of school so that their children can excel inside the classroom. This past year, we began engaging families in Oakland Mills to increase opportunities for success. Just last week, I participated in an Achieve 24/7 meeting at Oakland Mills High. I learned so much from the students and the parents about the community's needs and their hopes and dreams for the future. I'd like to acknowledge a few people who are working on this important initiative. Kim Eisenreich of the local Children's Board, Sapphire Windley of the Community Association, Chisha Johnson of the Jacaranda Center, James Lamond of Howard County Public School System, and Sylvia Bravo, an Oakland Mills parent. Would you all please stand? Thank you so very much. Specifically, we are addressing the achievement gap with an enrichment program this summer to help students with math proficiency. This program will also incorporate social and emotional learning techniques and provide healthy meals. We also launched Ready Rosie, a program to help parents get their children under 5 prepared for school. This free program provides parents with short instructional videos of how to teach their children basic skills such as counting or building vocabulary in their everyday environment. This project has been led by Carrie Hyde, our amazing administrator for the Office of Children and Families. Carrie, would you please stand? Our vision for Achieve 24/7 is to expand this county-wide and replicate this model in other communities. We're committed to the success of students of all ages. During the last 3 years, we have invested nearly $173 million at Howard Community College, helping to open a whole new world of opportunities. Now, isn't that slide awesome? We're proud of our top-ranked Howard County library system. In addition to next month's opening of the Elkridge Library, we also recently completed renovations at the East Columbia branch. Now, for my generation, a library was just a place to borrow a book. I am that old. So are you, Dr. Martorano. Okay. I think it's less than a year, but it's close. Okay. Now it's a gathering place. They have computer science classes, a virtual reality lab, or my favorite, a session where you can take your dog to read. I wonder what Rudy's reading. He is a very smart dog. I'm proud that our administration has been willing to tackle the difficult issues. We did what others avoided for years, conducted a thorough review of the Adequate Public Facilities Ordinance. I appreciate all the time and energy that the members of the APFO task force put into this effort. I also appreciate the strong community support or input we received throughout the process and the work of the County Council. And while no legislation is perfect, I think we can all agree that overcrowded schools are unacceptable. Now that the legislation has been enacted, we must focus our efforts on working with Dr. Martorano and the Board of Education to ensure that our schools are places where all students can learn and excel. Along the same lines, we are now tackling the long overdue review of the land development regulations. During the first phase, we had 40 public meetings, We brought together 460 residents and stakeholders, all of which generated more than 700 specific suggestions. Wow. A few weeks ago, we released the report. During the next year, we will move into the second phase and select a company to rewrite our land development regulations, again, with strong community input. We're continuing to make progress on other initiatives. If you drive down Route 29, you'll see the renovated pedestrian and bike bridge that connects Oakland Mills and downtown Columbia. The brightly colored bridge is safer and a welcome improvement. Tremendous improvements are taking place at downtown Columbia, from the Crescent and Meriwether to the mall and Little Patuxent Square. We're building a walkable community where you can work, live, learn, and play. In Longreach, we are turning the aging Village Center into an impressive multi-use project that includes a food technology incubator, a vertical food garden, housing, and shops. I want to thank Earl Arminger and Orchard Development for their creative design and the Longreach Village Board for its support moving this project forward. We're building a pool at the North Laurel Community Center that residents have wanted for years. Residents are closely working with our Recreation and Parks Department to ensure that the pool will meet the community's needs. Construction is expected to start next year. We're improving Route 32 as a result of our partnership with Governor Hogan and the Maryland Department of Transportation. Widening the highway between Route 108 and Linden Church Road will make it safer and reduce congestion. We are moving forward with a public-private partnership to replace our outdated courthouse. We expect to select a general contractor later this summer. I want to especially thank Judge Lenore Gelfman for her support and hard work. Thank you so much, Judge Gelfman. We continue to build upon the property tax credits we offer to residents. The senior citizen and retired military tax credits are now available to more than 40,000 families, helping them to age in place and continue to call Howard County home. Earlier this month, we worked with the County Council to enact a new property tax credit for public safety officers. This demonstrates our county's respect and appreciation for those who put their lives on the line so we can live in a safe and secure community. And we are all saddened by the loss of yet another police officer, this time in our neighboring Prince George's County. We have worked with our community to bring a Veterans Day parade to Ellicott City. I look forward to the day when we have our Veterans Memorial at the Columbia Lakefront. We can never do enough to acknowledge these brave men and women. The excessive noise generated by the FAA's next-gen traffic control conversion has negatively impacted the quality of life for those who live near BWI's new flight patterns. We've spent months trying to get the FAA to act, and we can't wait any longer. I'm hopeful that working with the County Council, we will be able to take formal action in the near future to protect our residents. And I fully support Governor Hogan's request that the Attorney General bring suit against the FAA. Broadband access is critical in these high-tech times. 2 years ago, we launched a public-private initiative in Western Howard County to help businesses, students, and those who want greater access to the internet. Today, I'm announcing our administration is expanding this effort, which will cover 90% of Western Howard County by the end of the month. I look forward to the day when every Howard County resident has access to high-speed internet. Hey, Rudy's surfing the net. Hey, Mary, is he on EK9 again? Hey, come on, folks, that wasn't bad. Okay. Some of the challenges we face are incredibly complex. Incredibly complex. The opioid crisis is a daunting challenge, as the numbers show. It's a health crisis, a public safety crisis. It affects us every single day. It's something every jurisdiction in the country must face. We are taking aggressive steps in this fight. We have added walk-in screening and referral services 7 days a week for substance misuse at the Grassroots Crisis Intervention Center. We have hired a heroin coordinator for the police department, an opioid project administrator at the health department. We have partnered with the Aetna Foundation to have naloxone available in all county buildings. Naloxone is a life-saving drug that's given during an overdose. We've launched a training program so our employees will know how to use it. Today we're introducing a centralized opioid website that includes information about prevention, treatment, and recovery from all agencies in Howard County and all across the state. These are important steps, but there's more work to do. That's why I'm announcing today that we are establishing the Opioid Crisis Community Council. This panel will be chaired by Barbara Allen and will include a wide range of stakeholders to give the community a voice and improve our efforts to prevent opioid misuse. Barbara lost her son James, her brother, and her niece to the disease of addiction. In their memory, she and her husband Tom founded James's Place, an organization that helps those battling addiction. Barbara is with us today, and I appreciate her willingness to take on this role as she continues to serve the community. Barbara, please stand. There she is. Thank you, Barbara. Last year, we promised to integrate our mental health and substance abuse disorder services. This summer, these services will be consolidated and placed within the county's new local behavioral health administration. A new community advisory board will be formed, bringing together the voices of citizens receiving services and their family members. Human trafficking is a horrific crime where abusers prey on the most vulnerable in our community. Our administration has focused greater resources to combat it, and we're helping victims. The stories of these victims are heartbreaking. Let me tell you about one, a 13-year-old girl. This young girl ran away from home and became a victim of human trafficking. After police arrested her abuser, they took her to the hospital and then later into a juvenile facility. After several months, she ran away again, this time from a foster home. Within days, she was targeted by another trafficker who physically abused her and forced her into prostitution. Our officers again intervened, arrested the abuser, and worked with a team to place her in a facility specializing in helping victims. She still speaks several times a week with county police officers who she credits for saving her life. Today, her life's on a new path. It's stories like this that underscore the importance of what our police and other county agencies are doing. We are very fortunate to have such a strong, community-focused police department. I'm especially proud that in October, Mary Levy became the first woman to achieve the rank of major in our police department. I'd like to congratulate Major Levy. Thank you, Major Levy. I'd also like to thank Police Chief Gary Gardner for joining me in this year's Super Plunge for Special Olympics Maryland. This was my 5th year Super Plunging. And it was nice to have Gary shivering next to me. That was actually our 24th plunge in 24 hours. Special Olympics is an amazing organization that serves over 7,500 athletes throughout Maryland and more than 700 in Howard County. Several of our Project Search interns have participated in Special Olympic competitions. For those of you who are not familiar with Project Search, it's an internship that provides opportunities and jobs for young men and women with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Project Search has placed 36 interns in Howard County government over the last 3 years, and 28 of those graduates have found paid employment, 4 times the national average. I'm encouraged to see the business community embrace our interns. Folks, all these students need is a chance, an opportunity to show what they can do. And when they are given that chance, they are not only meeting, but exceeding expectations. Today, we are joined by 2 former Project Search interns who we have hired in county government, Will Alexion and Matt Schwint. Will works in our Department of Inspections. Will works in our Department of Inspections, Licenses, and Permits, and Matt works in our Department of Planning and Zoning. Also here are their mentors, Debbie, Waylon, and Jeff Goins. Will and Matt, Hey, Will and Matt, thank you for your hard work and for being an awesome addition to our Howard County government family. Improving the lives of our residents has always been a priority for our administration. We are completing the second phase of the Community Resources Campus to improve our delivery of human and service needs. Last year, we celebrated the opening of the nonprofit collaborative. This summer, we will relocate Community Resources and Services, Housing and Community Development, Human Rights, and the Community Action Council to this campus. I couldn't be more proud that we were able to create this campus and co-locate services. Just recently, a woman came to the nonprofit collaborative to learn more about the Howard County Autism Society. While she was there, it became evident that she had been the victim of domestic violence. The Autism Society representative contacted HopeWorks, a nonprofit that serves victims of sexual assault and domestic violence located in the same building. That day, the woman walked across the lobby to meet with someone at HopeWorks. People can now get all the help they need when they need it, without having to plan transportation, rearrange schedules, or take days to get the necessary services. Just another example of how working together brings awesome results. When I think of the efforts we have made to improve human services, I am also reminded of our focus on improving public transit. For example, having the Community Resources Campus on an RTA bus line is crucial to its success. With our community's input, we are designing more efficient and effective bus routes and services. And we made sure we helped those with disabilities by adding 8 new paratransit vehicles. We are also modernizing our RTA bus fleet, adding 10 new buses in 2017 with 6 more to come this fall. We're improving our pathways and sidewalks. We're updating Walk Howard, our pedestrian master plan. These efforts are not going unnoticed. Just last month, Howard County was named a runner-friendly community by the Roadrunner Club of America. Earlier this month, we introduced our Bike Howard Express, an accelerated 3-year strategy to complete a 48-mile network of improved bicycle infrastructure. Shifting gears, Howard County's economy continues to accelerate. Since I took office, the county has added nearly 11,000 jobs, driving down the unemployment rate to 2.8%. Pretty awesome. We continue to add jobs in such areas as cybersecurity and professional services. Businesses want to be here because of our highly educated and skilled workforce and our prime location in the Baltimore-Washington corridor. Companies such as Steer chose Howard County to launch innovative, game-changing products. Steer created the first fully autonomous technology that transforms your car into a driverless vehicle that can park itself. I visited that place. It's amazing. It is amazing. ACEL recently expanded its offices in the county. They develop and build products to help patients regrow skin after severe burns or a medical procedure. And just last month, Axis Research and Technologies had a wall breaking to prepare for its new Center for Excellence in Gateway. There, Axis is supporting advanced training and education in the life sciences industry. Health science companies from all across the country will come here to receive advanced technology training. Our vision for the 920-acre Columbia Gateway Innovation Campus is to create a mixed-use development where leading-edge companies will grow and thrive. Just imagine for a moment a bikeable, walkable community where 25,000 people are employed and thousands call home, shops and restaurants, a place where businesses work with educational institutions on new technologies and services, improved access, transit connections to downtown Columbia, BWI, and the Baltimore-Washington corridor. Gateway will become a true destination economy, the next great economic center here in Maryland. Folks, It won't happen overnight. However, working together, we can make this vision a reality. Amazing things are happening along Route 1 as well. A great example is BTS Bioenergy. We recruited this company to invest $40 million to locate its North American headquarters and build 2 biodigesters in the Route 1 corridor, creating jobs for our community. BTS's biodigester will use a closed-loop system to convert fruit and vegetable scraps into energy that can be added to the grid. This process will divert organic waste from our county landfill and, at the same time, reduce the cost for businesses to transport the waste. A perfect example of how something that is good for our environment is also good for business. These facilities will put us at the forefront of the next generation of clean, renewable energy, serving as an example for the rest of the country. I'm very happy that Sean Kreloff, the CEO of the America's BTS Bioenergy, is with us today. Sean, could you please stand? Sean, thank you so much for investing in Howard County. I'm looking forward to a long relationship with your company. Speaking of the 11-mile Route 1 corridor, we're implementing a comprehensive economic development approach that takes into account prior county studies for streetscaping, design, transportation, and revitalization. There will be short-term projects and long-term strategies to support those who live and work along the corridor. Howard County's agriculture community is doing some amazing things too. Out in Glenwood, Dark Cloud Malthouse has opened the first micro-malting facility in the county and just the second in the state. Working primarily with Howard County farms, Dark Cloud is providing malted grains to more than a dozen craft breweries. In my first day of the county 3 years ago, I talked about the importance of sustainability, not only as an economic opportunity, but also as a social responsibility. The Roving Radish, the county's Healthy Meals program, is a perfect example. As you may know, this was a pilot program started by my predecessor, Ken Ullman. It was a good idea then, and we've worked hard to make it even better. We've added new stops, vegetarian options, and a weekend food program for low-income children during the summer. We've increased the amount of produce and protein purchased locally by more than 100-fold, providing a reliable market for county farmers. Because of these improvements, the Roving Radish was recognized recently by the Maryland Association of Counties with its Innovation Award for bringing healthy, local food to residents. By the way, how'd you like your lunch today? Yeah? Because today's salad and chicken entree were created by the Turf Valley chefs using Roving Radish recipes. Pretty awesome, huh? I want to thank Turf Valley again for working with us to showcase the Roving Radish. Each year, the budget brings challenges to ensure that we are able to provide efficient and effective services to Howard County residents. I have appreciated working with the County Council and having its unanimous support for my last 3 budgets. This year, our projected revenue growth is expected to be about 40% lower than an average year. The county's property tax base is growing slowly. However, our income tax revenues are lower than anticipated. We're not alone in this. In fact, we're in much better shape than most other jurisdictions around the state. But just as we did 3 years ago when we inherited a $15 million budget shortfall, we're making thoughtful decisions to ensure the delivery of critical services and to protect the jobs of our hard-working county employees. When our budget is unveiled in 2 months, you will see the specific steps we're taking. We're making wise investments, careful choices, and protecting our AAA bond ratings. My guiding principle in this and every budget we've introduced has been ensuring your dollars are spent in an efficient and productive manner. From the day I took office, I promised a more open and transparent government. Our administration has lived up to that promise. We've given the public greater access by conducting at least 4 town halls each year. We've recorded those town halls and dozens of other public meetings for those who couldn't get there, making them available on social media and our website. We have also engaged sign language interpreters and closed captioned our videos for our deaf and hard of hearing community. To better inform you of the zoning and land development process, We also established the Planned Howard Academy. Frankly, we were amazed by the number of folks who expressed interest. For this reason, we plan to hold 2 academies each year to provide more opportunities for folks to participate. As we look to our future, we can't forget about our past. This April, it will be 50 years since the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. After all the work and sacrifice by so many, it deeply saddens me that we still hear and see bigotry and hate in our community. And all those Silas Craft, Morris Woodson, L. Hart Fleury, Leola and Remus Dorsey, Reverend John Holland, and so many others, including my father, Bob Kittleman, struggled to bring equality to our community. We still have more work to do. As Dr. King said, we may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Unlike those in Washington who choose to lead by division, I'm proud to be in the same boat with Howard County residents from Central America, Africa, Europe, and Asia, from all corners of the world. As you may know, last fall, for the first time, Harriet Tubman Day was held at Harriet Tubman School. And finally, the former school building is back in the community's hands. It is my hope that this building will become a place where we remember the struggles of the past and a place where our community can come together to build a better future. To make sure that happens, I'm announcing today the formation of the Harriet Tubman School Advisory Council. Bessie Bordennev, a longtime leader in the community, has graciously agreed to chair the council. So stay up there, Bessie. Because Bessie, along with Reverend Doug Sands and Howard Lyles, are here with us today. Can both Howard and Doug stand as well? Those 3 have been the ones most responsible for preserving this historic landmark. Thank you very much. Yes, collaboration and bipartisanship make us strong. I'd like to take a moment here to recognize 4 people who have done so much for Howard County. Collectively, they have served 48 years on the county council and will be ending their council service this year. Calvin Ball, Jen Terraza, Mary Kay Signey, and Greg Fox, will you please 4 come and join me on the stage? We may not always have agreed on the issues. But I recognize and appreciate your service to the county, and I'd like to present each one of you with a key to Howard County. Thank you, my friend.
We'll see how it works.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Keys?
1, 2, 3. Stay there, please. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And John. I also appreciate your service, I do. And don't worry, you will get your key eventually. This, my friends, is the difference between us and Washington. We work together. We don't always agree, but we work together. And we respect each other. That's the difference of how we do things in Howard County. Our greatest strength lies in you, the people who live here. We are driven by compassion, have a moral compass that guides us, and a resolve to leave our communities better than the way we found them. I am proud to say that the state of Howard County is strong, and working together, we will make it even stronger. Thank you.